Welcome to Look Behind the Look, the celebrated podcast that explores your favorite looks in film, television, and fashion history. Through conversations with the fashion world's elite and award-winning hair, makeup, and costume designers on sets around the world, you will see and hear exciting tales from behind the scenes, career origin stories, and tons of advice and tips. I'm your host, Tiffany Bartok. Hey everybody, welcome to Look Behind the Look. We are hitting it into award season with Waltzing with Brando this time. We're talking to hair department head Erica Villanueva about her work on Waltzing with Brando, transforming Billy Zane into Marlon Brando. You've all seen the pictures. Very, very stunning and convincing work. The movie took place in the late 60s, so she had period looks to contend with for the whole movie, and she also was working with the Tahitian community, the local Tahitian crew, and the community and the actual house that Brando was inhabiting. And we really talk a lot about all the work that he did on that island and sort of left behind for the community to enjoy. She talks about working underwater and for waterfall scenes and dealing with the elements in Tahiti and just the joy that was experienced on set. There's not a lot of bad days here, guys. So just really, really listen to how much Erica did to transform this actor into Marlon Brando. And if you see the film, I'd love to hear your thoughts. It's really a treat. And it's a very, very unique film. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Today, I am here with Erica, and we are going to be talking about Waltzing with Brando, which, if you haven't seen it, how can people see it? Well, it's still in theaters right now as we're speaking, but I'm assuming it'll be able to, people will be able to see it in all types of streaming ways, and it's just such a delightful film. It's so precious. I just had such a good time watching this film, and I did not know what to expect at all, of course, being a huge Brando fan, and we all are. But I thought it would be like maybe more serious. It's the tone is so delightful, and just can you talk to me a little bit about the vision and of the film? I know you were in the hair department, but the tone of the film, did you know that it was going to be this light, beautiful story that we can all kind of relate to on some level?
I think it felt really fun to film.
Okay.
So we definitely got a bunch of that of trying to catch this lighter side of Brando,
Yes.
because he's known for obviously his really heavy pieces of work and for making these statements and for being this person. So it was really fun to be able to showcase the funner, brighter sides of him. And we definitely felt that on set. I really enjoyed working with our teams and I mean, really just enjoying filming in paradise. We were in Tahiti for a
I
month.
mean, how soon did you get there after you started? Like, was it all there?
We were there for about a month and then we did about a week in LA. So we spent about a week on mainland Tahiti and then we got to spend the rest of our time in Morea,
Oh.
which was a beautiful, beautiful island.
Is that that's the actual island?
Yes, that's the island we filmed on. The island that they are talking about as well is the island of Tetiroa.
Mhm.
And so we were able to go over there for a day.
That's something.
Mhm.
How fantastic is that? Now, had you ever been? No, you had never been there. No, okay. I mean, it's not often that it would have to be an experience like this that takes you to Tahiti or some kind of honeymoon or something. So I'm sure it was just incredible. How did you to the job? How did the job find you?
I am really grateful. I felt like it was an act of fate. A
Mhm.
really good friend of mine, Sarah Coy, knew the makeup department head, who is Cici Anderson.
Yes, Cece's incredible, incredible.
So talented, what
Yes.
she can do. She gave me up a phone call. It's like, hey, we need somebody who can do some wigs. Does that feel comfortable for you? And I said, I love wigs and I love an adventure. So let's go.
I love it. And then were you intimidated at all about the prospect of replicating? I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this whole thing with biopics of like, do we go all the way? Do we do a impersonation? What was that conversation like?
I think. We knew that we had to stay pretty true to him.
Hmm.
Especially we have Billy. Billy looks so much like him.
It's insane. I never would have
It,
thought it until I saw it.
and you just add a little like hints of magic here and there, and you're like, oh, you are him. So it it was a fun idea to jump into, knowing we had something that we needed. We knew exactly what we needed to make things look like.
Got it.
Oh, I think the only part that would have been a little bit intimidating is I actually didn't get to physically lay eyes on the wig until I got to the island.
Oh my
And so
gosh,
I
tell me
knew,
about that.
well, Diana Choi built the wig. She built a masterpiece. That wig was so beautiful. And so knowing her work, I knew that I would be going into a place where I'm like, okay, this is going to be a stunning piece. Now I get to just mold it into what it needs to be molded into.
Okay.
And so once I laid eyes on the wig, I was like, oh, we're going to be solid.
Oh, I love that. Yes, you were like, phew, amazing. And how did you work with Cece on the whole application process?
It was a really fun time in the morning. She and I were able to get it down to a quicker time. She would start off with the prosthetic work that she would need to do, and then I would step in and apply the wig. And that wig was styled previously, so we would go ahead and put that on. And then I actually had to tea stain the lace.
Okay.
Hmm. So his lace matched his LA tan, not his Tahiti tan, and he had been in
How
there.
I never even thought of that. Yes. Okay. So there's different tans you're working with. Oh, wow. The
And
detail.
so as soon as I put it on him, I go, this is a little bit lighter than we are right now, my friend. So I gave a
Oh,
call and was like, okay, we need to do this. We need to figure this out because I'm gonna have to do this multiple times. What is the most delicate thing that we can do? Because we're on an island. I can't really go and ship out to my normal people to
yeah.
get it was like, okay, this is what we're doing. And I literally was making a batch of tea every morning. And I had a small container and I would put it in my set bag. And multiple times, because of the humidity, multiple times I would just be tea staining his lace throughout the day. I would do
Oh
the
my
day
God.
stain at nighttime. And then throughout the day, I would go and,
That's amazing. I love that. So you're like, don't drink the tea. Don't drink it. It's not for you.
yeah.
It's for the wig. It's for the lace. Oh my gosh. And what tea was it specifically? You know, we need to match the color. You know, if we want to replicate Marlon Brando, we're gonna have to know the tea.
I got really lucky. It was black tea at Crafty
Nice.
every day. And I said,
Nice.
I'm going to take one for me and then one for the wig. Thank you.
I can see it. That's so great. So that scenes when you're talking about it right now, I'm thinking in particular of those beauty shots at the waterfall. And can you tell me about that day? Because the elements must have been fighting you, or was it, I mean, I assume it was difficult.
We had some harder locations to get to, but it was so worth it. I remember
Mm.
I was literally just having this reflection the other day of I remember soaking it in that day, physically soaking it in because we were all wet from the waterfall, but soaking it in of what a gift that I get to do this for my work. What a
Wow.
gift that I get to be out here working with really great teams and doing a job that I love. And I always feel such a deep connection with the land, and it felt so powerful there.
I'm
Just that
sure.
life source, the water source, and just if telling my 12-year-old self, hey, that thing that you wanted to do, you get to do it now. And you get to go to some really cool places. Um, so that was a really, really fun day. And just, I think that was earlier in our shoot. So we were all still getting to know each other. And you get to know people real quick when you're trekking up a hill, you're out of breath, you're all wet. And so it ended up just being a fun day of laughing, of this is so much fun. And we're just going to lean into the elements that we're experiencing right now and bringing us all closer.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And I have to know if at the end of the day, if the crew went skinny dipping as well.
That would have been so much fun. We would
Oh no. You're too tired. You're like, okay, I get it. I'll live through the cast right now. I'm fine.
now I'm bummed out.
You can go back. You guys are gonna
Reshoot.
Get the Oscar, take it, baptize that Oscar in there. Yeah, yeah. It'll be a good excuse to go back. It just seemed like such a family, and like everybody was just getting along so well. And like they were all united in telling and showing the side of Brando that honestly, as I'm watching it, I'm like, what you were saying before, and you never get, he's so serious and morose and, you know, precious, you know what I mean? And this was just so fun loving and great. What was it like when you found out you had to like replicate the looks of these iconic films? Like, how was that approached?
That was really exciting. There was a scene where we had to recreate Dick Smith, who is a legend in our
Yes.
industry.
Yes, of
And
course.
so it's so funny because Cece and I were just talking about how important it is that we do that justice as well, because we're like, our people are watching this.
What a good point.
Mhm.
Yes, of
And
course.
but
And just for other people, Dick Smith was the one who replicated, I mean, not replicated, my God,
created.
originally did the makeup for The Godfather and revolutionized the industry as a whole from so many other films. But so yes, he's in there, and you have to pay homage to him. And was there anything that you found in researching the makeup for The Godfather and the makeup and hair for The Godfather that you wanted to really make sure was part of that replication of Don Corleone?
I think so for I know Cece did so much research when we were recreating that. I know then also Jerry Constantine and Mike McCash also did an application of that as well. There was a couple different bouts of filming. But for hair, we had so many reference photos
Okay.
just on hand all the time of like, okay, this is what we're recreating. So when we recreated the Mutiny on the Bounty,
Yes.
like, okay, that's exactly, and that one was perfect. We had to recreate that exactly, and we like, oh, sorry, I forgot. My hand started raising, and I forgot that that hand part goes up.
I mean, I'm telling you, there's so much. We are literally a video game right now. It's so funny with the Zoom, but I can't see the emoticons that you
Okay.
can see, so don't worry.
Um, but yeah, we had reference photos on deck. Cece was really good at making sure that we had those accessible and handy at all times.
She is such a stickler, as such a historian. So
She is,
what a
truly.
what an education that must have been too for you to like really celebrate nerding out like that. And was there anything that you didn't know that you now know about Marlon Brando when you were?
So many things. I don't
Yeah,
even
what
think
are
I
some
could
of
put
your
them all to
favorite things? Yeah.
the impact that he has had on that island.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I got that too from the film. And I
He
knew it, but I didn't know it, you
He's
know.
everywhere on menus over there. You go out to a restaurant, you go and just see random portraits of this and
Really?
that. So the connection, I would have never guessed that connection. And so
Oh.
being able to share that story and talking about his family that still lives on that island, so that was pretty special.
Oh, I didn't even think of that either. How fascinating. Yeah. What was it like a commune that he like what was did it extend to the whole community? Um, did he really change the way people lived there, or he just assimilated to how they were already living?
I think he probably assimilated to how everything.
Yeah.
We have such a different lifestyle here in the States. And
Hmm.
so when you're going to somewhere that is just so community oriented and about the other instead of the self, and
Right.
when you let that infiltrate you and just kind of really you become a part of that and you become a part of the community instead of going in to change and then make that impact,
Yeah.
that's what I feel happened. But
Beautiful. What
yeah,
and what was it like working with the natives? Were they glad to have you? Did you feel like intrusive at all?
I love our Tahitian crew so much. I had the best hair key in all of the land, is what I call her. Her name is
Wow.
Marilyn Monbert. She w- was just the most talented, but also the kindest human ever. I loved working with local crews. I personally really love traveling for a film. I've gone to a couple places. We just did a project in Costa Rica not too long ago, but I love filming with crews outside of the US as well because we're really I think we're so fast paced and this and that, and we are all very into this industry, which is something that's very special, but it's also very important to live the lives outside of here. And so I feel like in other countries, it's a really healthy balance of, yes, we love what we do, we're really good at it, and we also are people outside of this as well.
Oh, I
Um,
love that.
mhm.
Because
And they
yeah,
were,
it really gets in America, like, what's my next job? And you're on set and you're already talking about what's after this. And like, I mean, I'm generalizing, of course, but sometimes the artistry can be a little bit lost. It's good to get a refresher, you
yes,
know,
I think
about,
it's a great blend of the two cultures, right? Of
hmm
of the motivation and this, and also the, hey, let's breathe and have fun during this project because we get to do this.
right.
But we
Mhm.
really had such a supportive Tahitian crew, just anything we needed in an instant. And because that's where they're from.
Right.
So, like, we need something, we just ask, and they're like, oh, I'm going to get it for you in an hour.
Wow. What, well, I mean, pardon me for being, I not really knowing, but like things like just drugstore things, those are all available to you there? Or okay. Yes, I didn't
Not so
know.
much on Maria. Maria is a little bit more
Remote.
a remote
Hmm.
island. The big island of Tahiti definitely had a little bit, or definitely had more access to things.
Okay.
So we try to pack everything that we needed to from the States.
Sure.
And then if we needed anything, we're like, okay, let's get this from mainland Tahiti. And then we were all set by the time we got to Maria.
Wow, amazing. And how long did the process take for Billy Zane every day? Do you know? Do you
I
remember?
want I want to say it was about, she and I got it down to, I want to say about 45 minutes.
That's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, he must have just been having so much fun. Was he intimidated at all? I mean, you're not him. I know that you aren't in his head, but was he just jovial? As what comes across is just this like joy and glee and like a celebration. And I assume that's how he felt about having this opportunity.
The experiences that I remember most of being in the chair is a lot of music was being shared.
Mm.
And so it would be John, Billy, Cici, Hannah, and myself with Marilyn, and we would just be sitting there creating such a good headspace for one another that we were ready for the day.
Mm.
And a lot of it involved, oh, this is a good song. I think you'd like this one. Or this is another good song. So it was just a lot of good energy in the mornings.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I just hope everybody sees this film because I'm really excited for the opportunities that are coming to you after this. Tell me about like finding out that you're on shortlisted for the Oscar and like what did you know this was coming? Did you have a feel? No, not at
No,
all.
I pinched myself.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
It was really beautiful I definitely was shocked when I saw the email and I was like, oh, I wonder what, oh, an award. I wonder what award. Definitely cried.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it's very nice because I think when you get to do something to this caliber of hair and makeup, getting to create a character, or in this case, recreate a character, and recreate this iconic person that is known so well in so many people's homes. Um, it just felt really good to be recognized for that, for the hard work. Because there was a lot of hard work that went into this of dealing with
Yes.
the elements and um, any changes that might have happened. And for all of us to at to know that our work was being considered for something so grand is something that is incredibly humbling and just really hits my heartstrings even now.
Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, the work that you did was impeccable. It's just, I mean, I've been hearing about it and seeing the first look and everything for so long. And, you must have just been so excited for people to see this. What's the thing to keep in mind when working in that humid climate like that and with water and all of that? What is something advice you could give to somebody who's in a situation like that and has to do wig work?
We used Telesis. That was one of the
Okay.
glues that we used. Also, just knowing that you're gonna have to just step in a whole lot more.
That's really good advice too. Yeah.
There's not really some magic tool, or at least nobody's told me. So if anybody knows one, you can go ahead and share it with me. Um, but really, it's just putting in the work. You literally your hands and giving that touch is what it is. And that's what you're being brought on for, is for you and your skill set. And so where there was a couple of scenes where they were snorkeling underwater,
Yeah.
being in the waterfall, and just being in the humidity in general. I mean, I was sweating up a storm, so I could only imagine all of my talent feeling this way. So it's like, how do I make sure that all of you guys are all at all times looking the way you're supposed to?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's
I really saw that in the waterfall where he just looked so cool, calm, and collected. And it was like, oh my God, this guy does not break a sweat. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I know he did. So, I was really impressed by that. And it's interesting too. This is very like for other hair artists, but like, what do you do about that struggle when you do have to fix something and you're working with a movie star and you're working on a project like this, and they might be like, how they kind of want the makeup to disappear. They're not also gracious to be like, she's doing her job, and I need to look good. What do you do? Do you tell yourself like you just got to go in, or do you tell yourself you just got to lay back
I think I'm really big on building a working relationship
right
with our
away?
team,
Hmm.
especially because, yes, you can be a huge superstar, but at the end of the day, we're both working together
Hmm.
to make sure that you look great. So I usually have a conversation of, hey, how do you like last looks to be done? I don't
Oh,
want
that's
to
great.
intrude on your process, but I also, do you want me to come and step in and tell you I need to, or do you want me to just get to working? Communication really saves me so much at the end of the day of trying to do the guesswork, because I don't have to do the guesswork, because then I know how to approach
Yes.
you. Um, and just really letting them know, hey, I'm not going to go in just to go in. I will go in and step from afar to do a check. And if I feel like I need to, it's because I see that there's something that I need to adjust or that can change. So communication really is the biggest thing, is don't be afraid to ask your talent what it is that they want.
That is so great and so simple. I mean, like, I don't even know why I didn't even just think of that myself, but it's like a 2-second conversation that can just change the whole work experience, you know?
Hair and makeup is such an intimate experience.
For sure.
You get to be in people's personal spaces touching them. And this is the one thing that I always say is, if my banker went to touch me, I would probably karate jump them. So this is the one place where I am in your bubble, and I understand that that's a sacred space to be in. So how do I approach it as in treating it that it's a sacred space of, hey, how would you like me to be in your personal space?
Yes, I love that. That's beautiful. I want you to be in my bubble. It feels so much better.
Perfect. I'm gonna just hop through the screen.
Oh my gosh, Erica, I wish you so much luck. You're gonna kill it at the Oscars. I can't wait to see what you're gonna I mean, listen, you're getting nominated. Putting it out there. But shortlist alone is just a huge achievement. And I'm just so excited for your future. And I know you're going to be back talking about many movies with me. So congratulations on this one.
Thank you, thank you. And thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate.
My pleasure. I was so happy to share this movie with people. It's going to be great. Look Behind the Look is a Vinyl Foot production, written by me, your host, Tiffany Bartok, produced by Jace Bartok, and edited by Nicole Tucker. If you're interested in learning more, find our video version on the YouTube channel, Look Behind the Look Podcast. There you can see rare photos and clips from our guests. And please follow us on Twitter at Look Behind Pod and Instagram at Look Behind the Look. If you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe. And tell your friends and spread the word. You can subscribe to us on iTunes or any podcatcher of your choice. Thanks for listening to Look Behind the Look.